Well, let's see if this works. Welcome to KillCo with Musings. My name is Brian. And it's Sample Sunday. Welcome. I was going to say, now we're ready for the week to begin. For a lot of us, for me, for most of you, actually, there's a holiday tomorrow. So that's fun. Don't have to worry about it. You can drink all you want. Please drink responsibly. He says as he tries to finish off a bunch of samples today. Should be fine. They're really high proof. It's all right. No worries. Thank you all for being here. Let's see who is in the chat. I keep looking at my screen instead of the camera. I'm so good at this. Arr! Zenboot, hello, sir. Welcome. Mike Franklin, nice to see you. Welcome. Steve Eddy, welcome. There are plenty of, this is the dilemma. Sample bottles, man, it's the thing. I'm actually running low on samples, he says sarcastically, having about 15 samples left. They're all Scotch, though, and I feel like having samples during National Bourbon Heritage Month, I might do it anyway. It just sounds funny. Tony Toot says, welcome, sir. Sugar Kitty, hello. Welcome. I started this an hour ago, the warm-up pour. Basically, hello. We're having to actually say all the names. What the hell? Scott Pigsley, oh. I can't remember what I said already. I'm looking at chat going, did I say those names? I took a sip of something. My brain just blanked out. This is Eagle Rare, my warm-up pour for the evening, afternoon, day. Cliff Smith, hello. Oh, this is nice. I get to say all the names. John McKellen, hello. Well, goddamn move. Welcome. Welcome. Okay. Frank C, hello. Welcome. Yes, David Basie. Also welcome. Unless I said that already, I'm blanking out. We're at work, I'm so close, I can feel it. However, as close as I want to get, no, as much as I want to get to 500, there is still Whiskey Mountain. She is like the same area, like where I am at. She is 28, last time I checked. Subscribers away from 1,000. That would drive me crazy. I'm already being good in a little bit of hang out with the 500 because there's that bottle just staring at me. It's been there so long. Wow, check your eye. Oh, yeah. I've had. No, wait, I haven't. 101, I haven't seen it in the area at all, so I have not had that yet. It's on the list. I have had the Rare Re-Ride. That was pretty good, I think. A schwample of it at one point. Pardon me. Ugh. I did that thing I do, which none of you are aware of, since it's just me. Uncreated. Hello. Welcome. Welcome's welcome. I don't know why I'm talking like that. Oh, I did the runaround. The runaround? I did the thing I do right before stream where I just sort of panic once I remember I've forgotten something. Happens a lot. But I was like, oh, I haven't gone to use the restroom yet. Son of a bitch. And then, oh, I don't have any pretzels. God damn. This was in like 1 minute and 30 seconds, which was very exciting. Oh, don't do that. There were a lot of streams going on today. I imagine some of you noticed. That was a surprise. Rocket Review was on. And then Drums and Dram was on early. And now it's me. And then it's Bourbon Night. And Whiskey Nose might be going on. And maybe Destination Bourbon. He's been busy. I don't know what he's doing lately. Causing trouble. Oh, we'll see about that. We'll see. It's still a fair chunk. Although I've been appreciating all the props and shoutouts and linkage that have been happening in other channels. It is nice to get supported by the community in such a way where I can, you know, hey, like, yay, I'm almost there. There's the mental health problems, which I talk about all the time, so get used to it. I live with it. It's like the weather. It's great. But the thing I'm kind of fighting, I think I've talked about that with mental health problems. The reason people like me always are drained and always don't have enough energy and don't want to do anything is because most of the energy that you have is spent on dealing with yourself in your head. It's exhausting, but it's all right. I've been living with it long enough. Co-op whiskey. Hello, sir. Welcome. Welcome. Have some whiskey. That's the thought of the moment. I'm going to finish off this Eagle Rare, and then I'm going to go into one of my first samples of the evening. I don't know how many I'm going to drink because it is the finish him or finish them. If you saw the thumbnail, so I have to pour all of it. And as longtime viewers will be aware, I don't drink whiskey very quickly on a stream where it's just kind of a hangout chill thing. That's generally the idea, except when I'm doing fun stuff. Not that this isn't fun, but blind flights I especially enjoy. Mystery guests are a lot of fun. I'm enjoying that as well. And I can't blind myself, not easily. There are ways to do it, which I haven't really gotten into yet because it requires funds. Speaking of, if anyone wants to help me buy food and gasoline and more whiskey, it helps. Every little bit helps, honestly. I gotta find a blip, a scramble. What do I call this? Intro? No, it's not an intro. I'm on disability. I receive money from the government, SSDI. It's great. I have not been able to work in over 10 years, so no exact income other than that, other than assistance from my family. Very helpful. So any donations to the channel help me improve the channel, improve the content in the long run, and just help a lot so I can do things and go places and not be a recluse as much. It's probably the best thing. And the Patreon especially, that every month bit of money is life-changing, honestly. It's so nice to be able to do things that I just don't do because I can't afford it. Like going to Texas or going to Kentucky or going to anywhere. Gasoline's expensive, folks. Ugh. That's the blip there, so everyone's aware of my situation and why I am doing this as best I can. And I don't have the luxury that many other whiskey tubers seem to have with although this is, I'm not going to pretend that a giant pile of whiskey behind me is not a thing. I was trying to look up the amount I'm making every year, as far as money overall, and mostly with the assistance of my family. It's about 20,000 ish, which is fine. I can live with that. I know most people hear that and just go, "What?" I've lived like that my whole life, so I'm not sure what it'd be like to live with more. But we're trying to get there. We're trying to appease the YouTube overlords. With that said, please like, subscribe, tell your friends, share the videos, enjoy the content, watch the videos, or at least play them. I'm getting very close to that 4,000 hours watch time required. That's another little thing that the YouTube overlords demand. Besides the 1,000 subscribers, they're very demanding, but it's okay. Oh yeah, it's great fun. It's great fun. It's becoming a little more commonplace, but I still know as soon as you say mental health, people just kind of go and then run away. Happens a lot. Yeah, I need to get out in nature a little more. I found that out. JJ, hello, welcome. Welcome. I haven't finished my whiskey yet. What am I doing? It's good. It's real nice. I don't want to get tired of Eagle Rare, but I know it will. It's a thing. Oh, burning sensation, fun. Frank, see, that is the idea. I'm very open to talking about it. It's still never. I know why. Mental health is talking about myself, and I don't always like doing that. I seem to do it on stream a good amount, but like in person, it's really rough. Just because. I've been trying to think of good analogies. I haven't thought of a great one yet. First whiskey of the evening is going to be this is actually one from the Like Time YouTube channel, Danny and Julie Lake. They have been here last Sunday. God, wow, that was it last Sunday? When was it? I don't remember. It was recently, possibly last Sunday. I I mentioned I have mental health problems, like memory, being able to remember things easily, not my best. Anyway, this is A, which was the E.H. Taylor. I'm going to check my notes, which I closed. Of course I did. Of course I did. But I believe this is E.H. Taylor 4 grain, and I think it's 50%. 50%? I'm pretty sure it is. I'm going to just talk like this for a while. Sorry. I don't know what that was. Yeah, E.H. Taylor 4 grain, 50%. And the Ego Rare I just had was 45, so it's a nice little up step. Both of the samples I have picked for the evening, afternoon, day, whatever this is right now, until autumn is starting, so I have no idea what times anymore. And as you can tell, you can't tell. Can you tell? Can anyone tell? It's about half full. So that is a fair chunk of whiskey. I better get started. No, it's not bad. It looks like a lot more in these vials, but I believe these are the ones I want to get in the future. Oh, I wanted to do that. Did I want to do that? Oh, God, do I want to do that? One of the ways I forgot. Since I don't just like having, saying, hey, I got donations. Woo, please give me money. That's the feeling I get. What I have been doing, which I've been enjoying to an extent, is doing giveaways, mystery giveaways. So, with that said, and me remembering that just now, while I'm talking about these sample size bottles, is you can have a sample of all of this. It's beautiful. No, not all of this. That's crazy. But I can give you a mystery sample, and it can either be a blind flight, or I haven't done a blind flight yet, but it's on the list of if someone wants that, I'd have to do something. I'd have to write. Nope. I'm going to use my computer to print something out. Oh, I know what I can. Oh, no one's going to be able to read my handwriting. Okay, so point is, I can send you a blind, give you a little envelope and piece of paper thing. I'll probably just fold it until I can't deal with it anymore. What was I saying? Oh yes, blind flight. That's an option for you. I don't know why you'd want that. I mean, you could. I do blind flights and I enjoy them. So I enjoy the idea of giving them to people so they can have their own little blind flight experience. Sharing the experience. That's what we're all about here. Oh, that's what I'm all about. Anyway. John McCowan says, C.H. Taylor, Platinum's Eagle Rare, all Sazerac. How do they compare? Should you go to Wild Turkey 101? That's the thing. Wild Turkey 101 hasn't been the go-to lately. I'll show you why. Hopefully. Look. Clang clang noises. That's why. I finished all of it, like that much. I need to put in a smaller bottle or something. But with many things, I feel like I said this on the stream a little while ago. That the palate, the taste, your brain and your taste buds and everything else get bored. They're over it real quick. My example is when you get a big dessert, like a big chunk of dessert, and the first few bites you're like, oh my God, delicious. And then you get halfway through it and you're kind of tired of it and you're just done with that much sugar. That can happen with whiskey very easily. And since I drank that much over an extended period of time, it was my daily drinker and my go-to pour typically for over a year. So not necessarily that bottle, but I had many of them. So I'm putting it back to the side for a moment. It's been Eagle Rare lately, and I'm trying to be careful with it since I don't want to get tired of that next. But I found I'm defaulting to Buffalo Trace stuff lately. I do have more Buffalo Trace products, this being one of them, and me knowing I enjoyed the E.H. Taylor small batch a lot, from memory that is. I finished the entire bottle that I was given in December, probably within the first 2 months. And that was thanks to the Stanley Schwagner, also known as the Mash Bill. He donated that bottle to the channel. I did a video on it. It was delicious. And I want another. Trying to win one last night on the Hot Butter Rolls. That didn't work. That's okay. I just don't see them around here. I did. I saw them initially at the nearby liquor store years ago when they first opened, and I didn't know. And they were expensive. They're like $50 or more. So I didn't get one. Anyway, what I was trying to say, my brain, was we are going to do a sample giveaway. I should probably put that in the bottom instead of the donation thing. Do I have one? I do. Hey, woo. Oh, I got to change that though. Giveaway. Just giveaway. There we go. So, as you may be aware, I gotta type all this stuff. As you may be aware, a lot of Whiskey Tube people do giveaways. I can't give away entire bottles. If you heard the previous little blip about my funds, which I try to be honest about, since it may seem like I have a day job or something, or I do something productive with my life. This is what I'm doing that's productive. Drinking whiskey and being social in a way that I am comfortable with. Mostly. But the idea here is $5 gets you one entry. You have to @ me, so @ KillCo Whiskey Musings, and tell me how many you're in for. I will check my phone because it's a PayPal Venmo thing. Hold on, do the thing. There we go. And I will give you a mystery sample giveaway thing. I'll give you a mystery sample pack. Usually it's 4 samples. If I upgrade to the other vials at some point, it's probably going to be 3. But for the moment, I'm trying to go with this size. I get a lot of these samples, and I'm very happy I do. But as you can tell, there's a significant difference in the size here. And I'm going for these ones because that means I can share with more people. Oh, which is good overall. And again, this is part of the reason I'm doing this sample finish them thing is because I got so many samples that I never finished them. I always want to savor them. This one in particular that I'm holding in my hand is one of those. This is the Old Carter American Whiskey Batch 5. It was the one that came out on a top with freaking Sunday. I believe it was one of the likes were here. This was one of their blind flight things. That one came out on as my preferred whiskey of that event. And this one came out on the bottom. This is the first. This is the my words, my brains. This is the Buffalo Trace sample pack that they sent that I did 2 weeks ago. Wow, time is a thing. Anyway, so I'm starting with one I didn't like, or that came out near the at the bottom, as for my taste, but it also had some real serious competition. So don't discredit it because of the fact that it was 4th. It was up against amazing stuff. I believe, I don't remember what they were. Oh, that's fun. There was like a Pappy's in there. This one came out, I don't remember. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I don't remember exactly what I was doing with any of these anymore. Although I did mark some of them. I finished off a lot of them just by myself. So there's that. But the recent one I did was MGP. And this is one of those. The Old Carter American Whiskey, I think. My mind doesn't really want to work right now. Although I did get plenty of sleep last night, technically. So there's that, which is good. Drink the whiskey? Well, if you insist. The catch with the mystery sample pack is you can at least tell me the general type you want. So Scotch. It's basically Scotch, bourbon, and Irish is what I got at the moment. I can throw in a special Japanese one if you ask for it. And you wouldn't know what it was if you did it blind. But I don't have many of those. So, C. Jackson, hello, welcome. Welcome. Castle Rock, Colorado. I don't know if I've ever been to Colorado. I've probably been through it. Thank you for being here. Be sure to like and subscribe. Sorry. Steve A, hello. Oh, 2. The thing. Thank you. I was like, what are you doing? Oh, look at that. My brain, no work, you said it. I'm sorry. My phone hasn't told me anything yet. And again, my phone doesn't tell me things a lot. It tells me a lot of things I don't give a fuck about, but there we go. Thank you, sir. You're in for 2. And right now, you're the one who will win. Just so you're clear. Just so we're clear. Steve A. Putting that in there twice. And for the record, I will show you. Okay, good. I will show you the web page that most of us use, or at least I use, because it's easy. While I'm the one who's doing the thing, it's random.org. I will show you the randomization, and then I will show you randomization even more from my cell phone being the one who actually picks the number. And that's always fun. But right now we got 2 entries. So you have a good chance of winning a sample from me. This is also, I should say this every time. US residents only, because hand delivery is hard to do over the ocean or over certain borders. Sorry. Do I have that on there? I really should. As I said, hand deliveries are very difficult for some places. Oh, I hope that changes someday. That'd be great. It's really frustrating. It can be done, but the last thing I want is getting into trouble with people. Oh God, I still have the decanter on there. I didn't see that. No one wants the damn decanter. I found that out a little while ago. Mystery sample giveaway. I got to figure out a way to give away both of these decanter sets someday. So if you ever want one, let me know. We can work something out. There we go. U.S. residents only. I really do hate that. I have no idea. Oops. I know I forgot something when I put that up there. Forgot I changed it. There we go. Mystery sample giveaway, U.S. residents only. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Cool. There you go. I am. Donna Pass Whiskey. Hello, welcome. Welcome. I do realize you have to say, be sure to like the video a lot, because I almost forget a lot when I'm on other people's channels. I'll pop in and just kind of be there for a little bit and then look down. It's like, oh, I haven't hit the button. Oops. This is an interesting idea. I've only looked up a little blip about this stuff, the H. Taylor 4 grain. But again, it's 4 grains. Usually there's only 3, as I understand whiskey, which is a little bit. For bourbons anyway, what is it? Corn, sometimes rye, and then barley, malted barley, or just barley. I forget which. So far, it smells good, but again, it's been quite a while since I had E.H. Taylor, and this one was up against some heavy hitters. That is true. Like, if you're going to be at the Bastards Ball, but I have a distinct feeling there won't be many international people showing up. Like, I'm assuming, I know Roy would be there, but I don't know if he's going. I assume he isn't, just because of how things are still. Even me, I don't particularly want to go to Texas right now. I don't know when I would really want to go to Texas, other than to visit Crowded Barrel or go to school at, or go to classes. I don't call it school, it feels awful. Go to classes at Wizard Academy. Other than that, right now, Texas is not on my happy places to go, unfortunately. Oh no, competition. Mike Franklin, thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Put you in twice. It's 50-50. The funny thing is, the people who are donating don't want anyone else to donate. It's like, don't donate to this. You don't want to do this. This guy's a jerk. Hey, Geshki, hello. You're welcome. Yeah, I will put that in there. Like, if you are an international person of some sort, and you will be at the Bastards Ball event in October, that can be handed off. Technically. I know I have to get, I got to figure, Cliff, I have to talk to you about how to transport. I know what I did last time and it worked fine. I have, of course I should have one right at hand, but I don't. I wouldn't have one of these at hand. I will vanish from the screen momentarily as soon as I see if I can. There's one in my line of sight here, is what I'm saying. Oh! I have these things, which are pretty freaking awesome. Put your bottle in there. I think they were made for wine officially, but beauty. It even has tape on it still. This is a great way to send bottles via hand delivery. Actually, I've been getting these through, I think, Shared Pour, when I bought some it's Bourbon Night stuff legally through the internet for shipping and stuff. I think that's freaking awesome. That's when I got some of those. But that's how I also originally got my bottles from. I'm just gonna sit in my chair like this. That's how I originally got my whiskey bottles from Texas in 2019. I had 2 of those, put them in my luggage with all my clothes, which was once a good idea and a bad idea, because you know, padding, clothing, cool, padding, and then you know, if they broke, I would have some delicious smelling clothes. It smells like whiskey. It's great. Julia, hello, welcome. Finishing off some of your samples today. Some of your delicious samples. We have the E.H. Taylor small batch. Small batch? No, that's the one I like. E.H. Taylor 4 grain, which I also seem to like. Lurk away, madame. Going to hear the sultry sounds of the KillCo Whiskey Musings channel. Thank you all for being here. Julie, it's always a pleasure to see you. I need to have Cheech's voice. Cheech just talks, and everyone's like, oh. Or Roy. Oh, there's so many accents in the Whiskey Tube community. I don't think I have one, but then again, I'm from New England. So I probably have little things, such as, what is it saying? No, it's the R. Isn't it the R thing? Some people say chowder instead of chowder. That kind of nonsense. Navigation says Texas is one of the best places in the world to simulate being a lizard being cooked in the desert. Well, yeah, that's another little drawback. I would love to visit Texas in the autumn, which I will be doing, or in the winter. Typically, those of you who remember Texas in the winter, Texas in the winter last year got a little weird, just a little weird, but typically cooler weather, and we agree. Autumn, especially in New England, is wonderful, he says, as he points out the window that no one can see. But in general, me and heat and humidity and just sun, can't tell. Sunlight is not my friend. I turn into a lobster. Yeah, Donna Pass whiskey, yeah. No fun. No fun. But again, for reasons, safer than sorry and such. Oh, that'd help. I mean, I don't want to. You're probably going to need one more than me for that. Let's be clear. If you're going there for that, you'll probably need it. I know what I might do, and it feels so silly. It feels so silly. I think I have more than one luggage thing that you can drag along, so I may just have one of those, and those are just big enough. Why did I throw it all the way over there? Anyway, it's just big enough to handle like 4 bottles or more ish, maybe 5, like lined up sideways. Granted, I know you're not supposed to do that, but it's just for the brief travel. It's not like I'm keeping them on their side for a year. I know you're not supposed to do that with the cork, but you can do. And probably most of them are going to have fake corks anyway. Spaghetti. Ooh, Venmo. That's another option. You did. That was a mistake. I mean, I'm glad you did, but bleh. Okay. If there's one you can loan me, that'd be cool. That'd be onto the whiskey, yes. It's very mellow for 50%. A little dry, a little spicy. I'm kind of surprised by that one. Like the E.H. Taylor 4 grain, you'd think it'd be a little more, but it's also been sitting in a sample thing half empty for a bit, but it hasn't been exposed to the air. So you'd think that'd be okay. Pardon me while I look at my phone. I'm a professional. Oh! Well, thanks, Tom. So, Tom's probably ahead at the moment. He is in for 15 entries. What the hell? Uh-oh. My Franklin's in or something. Hold on. It's hard to read this stuff. Venmo is so weird. I'm sorry, but it is. It's just weird. Mike, you sure you only want 2? said 2, right? My brain doesn't want to work right now. He was Donna Praswitzky. He was in the class in August, this past August. He likes to travel, we'll say. Well, yes, thank you, Steve. That is true. It's the idea, man. The more who enter, the better for me, but also the better for just the randomness. I know Jason Busey likes to come in and just do similar to what Tom just did. He's like, I'm gonna win. I'm okay with that. But the generosity and that just always blows me away. Tom, you met me once and you're like, this guy's amazing. I'm going, well, who are you? What are you talking about? Do you know me? I'm a madman with a mustache. Well, thank you, sir. You're probably going to win again. I still have to give him something from before. We're going to be meeting up in 2 weeks, I think. He has some scotches that'll be heading his way. So if you want to take his most likely second samples away from him, now is the time. I'm sorry, I don't know what that was. It happens occasionally. There's just a demon inside me, apparently. It suddenly became more difficult. All right, let me see. I'm just going to put Zenbood because trying to put your whole name in is just longer. I know it's you. And now I have to put that in 15 times and hope I don't mess that up. You know what you do, folks? You copy and paste it once, and you copy and paste it again. And then again. So 2, it goes to 2, and then it goes to 4, and then it goes to 8, and then math. And I don't like thinking about it much more than that. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? I just tried to do the thing, and it got angry at me. Or I just pasted a lot. This is the problem with doing a giveaway. And it's just me. Because I don't like making mod people do things. They're not here to mod stuff like this. Especially if I don't give them a heads up. Or if I don't know they're going to be here. All right, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Copy 6 makes 12. Woo! No problem. I know what I'm doing. Has anyone else had other E.H. Taylors? That's the thought in my mind at the moment. Because I have really enjoyed the small batch. But again, this is from memory. I may hate it now. Unlikely. I've been exposed to such high-class whiskey. I cannot have anything else now. It's not true. 2, please, for my... Okay, thank you. Thank you for the extra for car repairs and food and gas and stuff. I appreciate that. I really do. The car repair fund is going well. But again, I feel so silly sometimes doing it, knowing the way things are with me. Do you love Venmo? Not when you ask me if I love Venmo every time I open it. No, not really. I like the convenience, definitely. I have a credit card on Venmo, which I try not to use. Oh, yeah. Woo, hi. Okay. It was a bigger sip that time. I felt it right here in my soul. You want to know what my anxiety is like? Since I do this a lot and touch this area, I'm always afraid I'm going to be shot or impaled here. That's a crazy thought to have, but I just had it. Welcome to the stream. Probably because it tingles. I've been watching too many movies. Oh, wait, what was it? I watched something where people were getting impaled. What was it? I went down a rabbit hole on YouTube recently. What the hell was it? Oh, it was like Monty Python, The Meaning of Life. People were getting stabbed. And what was another one I saw? I watched the entirety of Agent Carter. And she fell once and she got kind of impaled. There's been a lot of impaling going on my brain lately. That's probably why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. Okay. 13, 14, 15. Zenbood, sir, thank you. You're amazing. And apparently you just want to drink all my whiskey samples. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. This is going to be anxiety in real time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I messed up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So Zenbood's in for 15. And then we have 4 others who could win. It's happened. It's happened to me actually once. At least I think so. Where I believe it was Hot Butter Rolls' stream. I wasn't even there. Wasn't even there. And someone who won said, you know, roll again. They didn't want it, or they didn't need it, or they had won before, or something. I don't even know what it was. And then they rolled again, and my name was in there. And I think I only put 1 ticket in, since I don't, you know, I spend maybe $5 to $10 at most when I do the little raffles and I cross my fingers. Haven't won in a while, but I have won numerous times, so I'm not going to complain. Here we go. Steve A. I had E.H. Taylor small batch and single barrel. I had the grain of the gods at the Bastard's Ball a couple years ago, and that was amazing. The regular E.H. Taylor is very good, but not spectacular. Well, my thoughts on that is I have to try them all, and then I'll know. This one I do enjoy. This E.H. Taylor 4 grain is pretty nice, but it's more of a, how do I explain this? I know there's wheat in here, so it feels like it's being softened. I've heard people say that wheat kind of softens out whiskey, or bourbons specifically. And that's what it feels like this one. I remember the E.H. Taylor small batch that I had, or at least from my distant memory of it, since I drank it a while ago, was a little spicier, a little bit more kick to it. I do enjoy that. And this one's pretty mellow. It's enjoyable, but it's mellow. Similar to Blanton's, like the Blanton's video I did. It's still here. It's in this little bag. Where is it? This is hard. There it is. I can feel it. Why is the horsey not facing the right way? There we go. But Blanton's is good, but it's mellow. Or at least that Blanton specifically. That one specific bottle and whatever barrel it came out of. It's a very mellow, easy to drink, not too aggressive. Similar to this. Although this does have a little bit of kick to it right about here for me. As many whiskeys do. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's a little spicy, a little sweet. Nice. But so mellow. So mellow. Caramello. Caramello. Oh, man. That jingle's still in my brain after all these years. Cool. Advertisement is great. Ugh. Unfortunately, I did forget to tell people. There was no way I was going to, that I was thinking of doing a giveaway tonight. I'm trying to leave that to the weekends. Granted, both of my streams are weekend-ish. So typically Fridays and Sundays, with random ass Wednesdays occasionally, depending. If you were here last Wednesday, it was the 2-year channel anniversary, woo, where I got, I'm getting close to 500 subscribers. While other people like Trev, the Bourbon Ranch, got 3,000 in a year. Ah, to be young. Probably has nothing to do with it. We went over this last time. Clickbait. I don't like it. Still thinking about it. Also thinking about intro video for the channel. Also thinking about intro video for Patreon. And as soon as I start thinking like that, I get the anxiety thing started, and I don't wanna. It becomes overwhelming very quickly when I start to have things on top of things. Especially with a lot of stuff going on this week. I've been going out and about. I have to go out and walk more. Very exciting. I don't like going outside. In case you didn't know. I should have gone outside today. It's nice and cloudy. It's an overcast. Exactly, Steve. E.H. Taylor, small batch, just good. It's delish. It's nothing mind-blowing, but it is tasty. I hadn't until now. Fairly sure it's another expensive bottle, because anything that comes from Lifetime is probably like, it's like getting something from Pop 'em, Don't Watch 'em. He just opens all the expensive bottles. So I hear. I've only seen a few of his videos. Yeah, it's spicy. Tasty overall. What I'm really looking forward to is this. I'm just eyeballing it. Old Carter, American Whiskey Batch 5. So good. Or at least it was when I initially tried it. Could have changed. I don't think it has, but it could have. Trying to keep an eye on my phone is just much harder than you'd think. Woo. I will never get used to seeing large amounts in my Venmo or PayPal like that. That just throws me for a loop. Where'd that come from? Oh, Tom, you or Mike. Tom, who is this? What's going on? Oh, it's confusing me. I still don't know how to use Venmo for the record. It tells me things and confuses me with it. Well, that's okay. As long as the transfers work, I'm good. Steve A says EH Taylor small batch single barrel are good, probably worth MSRP. Yeah, I can appreciate them for that amount. Certainly not secondary. No. I don't know much about secondary other than no. It is just I understand what secondary is. I know I don't like it that much. I know why it exists, but I don't like it because unless it were me, I won't pretend. If I were the type of person who would go and buy a whole bunch of whiskey at a lower price, if I could do that, I cannot, and then sell it to other people at a higher price, I can certainly understand why someone would do that. But it's the way they go about it sometimes, or at least the rumors I've heard about people doing that. In my case, I want to be the guy who, if you've seen my Instagram, I go to a few liquor stores. There are a lot of mom and pop shops in Rhode Island. So I try to go to the ones that are nearby or ones that seem to interest me and see if there's anything good, like stuff I've never seen anywhere or I've seen very rarely. In particular, the recent thing that happened to me was I found Lore sitting on the shelf, and since it was the channelversary and I had been given a very generous donation, I could afford it. Let's say I still feel a little. My body and my mind have not quite adjusted to me doing that because that was really dumb in my brain. There were so many things I could have done with that money. However, it's all for the viewers and also all thanks to the viewers. That's the important part. Otherwise, I would never have done that. Ever. I would have looked at the bottle and had a bit of longing and then moved on with my life. Single barrel 70. Yeah, small batch 50. Yes. That's where I think of that in my head as well. Anyway, what I was saying, God, if you ever see a bottle specifically that you're interested in on my Instagram, by the way, follow me on Instagram, link below. Get in touch. KillCo77@hotmail.com, or quickest, easiest way is via Messenger on Instagram. That's the quickest way. I'm used to messaging back and forth, especially in those situations. Sending emails back and forth for stuff annoys the hell out of me, but messaging is fine. For some reason, that's my brain being what it is. I need instant stimulus. Anyway, the point is, if there's something you see that I post, let me know. We can work something out, hand delivery wise, that is. Hopefully I can get it to you. That's really what I want to do. I don't want to, like, secondary stuff just scares me. But nothing like that has happened yet. Although I've seen some pretty amazing bottles around. Again, check the Instagram, see what they are, because I already forgot. Even when I went to the Yankee Spirits, sure, recently and found that Lore, there were a bunch of other bottles there that I was like, oh, I don't remember if I took a picture of that. Took a picture, checked back on my Instagram. Yeah, I did. It was Connemara, I think. There are two different kinds of Connemara. Connemara and the Connemara 12. I've only had the Connemara, but I have had a sample of the Connemara 12 at a whiskey bar, and I was not impressed. It's kind of the same thing, except more expensive, you know. Cheech, welcome. Hello, sir. Nice to see you as always. We were just talking about your lovely voice and how you talk like this all the time. Oh, yeah. I don't think you say that, but you might as well. Got the ASMR voice going. Once again, please be sure to like and subscribe. I don't think I had to say subscribe to most people here, but anyway, I have seen the algorithm overlords. This is mostly for people on, I guess, the other platforms that I happen to be on at the moment. Wink. Where they can't really do that. I'm realizing that now. But I'm streaming to 2 different places today because I'm a rebel. One of them I don't like using ever, but I have to because it's a thing. It does. You need the YouTube overlords man your thumbs so I can be exposed to more people on the internet. And we all know I like exposing myself. 2 more subscribers. Mine does a gutter. All right, it's almost been an hour already. How did that happen? I'm gonna finish this. Hopefully, I'm gonna get through 3 of these. I don't know what the third one will be since I only picked 2. Since it takes me a long time to finish samples, as regular viewers may be aware. Yeah, it's good. Each Taylor 4 grain is good, but I don't think the price is worth it in all likelihood. I only glanced at it, like, as I always do. I check Google briefly. I'll do it now just to verify what I'm saying is true, because it's on the internet, so it must be true. Well, you have to check my OnlyFans for that. The best thing about that is no one knows that that's true except me. And OnlyFans is a wonderful platform. It's just like Patreon, believe it or not. But people have there are many people on there who do it for other reasons, and good for them, man. If you can make money doing that kind of stuff, why not? Good God. The whole social thing about it is wonderful. I've had an interest in psychology and sociology for many years due to my condition. So I always find little things like that when there's like this thread that goes through society where they're like, "Oh, OnlyFans." I'm like, that means you know what OnlyFans is, my dude. As much as I understand you're trying to, make a joke, it also means you and everyone else who understands that may have an OnlyFans accounts. No judging though. There's no judgment here. Don't do that. I'll get angry and I'll ban everyone. I won't. Maybe I will. Probably not. What's it doing? H. Taylor. My mind runs in circles, if you haven't noticed. H. Taylor 4 grain. 21090. Hello, sir. Welcome. We're doing I want to say raffle. That's not true. Giveaway. Giveaway? Sure. For a mystery sample of varying types, either a blind or a specific category. So you can ask me to pour you blind stuff, which can be just about anything, or you can ask for something like a Scotch or a bourbon or an Irish. Let's forget about that one. Sample set. It will be a mystery though, so I'll put a little envelope or something. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. Possibly an email. That's really the easiest way. So you can get the sample pack, and then once you're about to try them, or after you've tried them even, ask me to send you what they were. That's probably not a good idea. I will forget. So anyway, I'll send a piece of paper. Ugh. Yeah, Bowman Bros. Bruh. Oh, God damn it. This thing never wants to stay open. Giggity. Oh, sorry. What? Okay. That can't be right. Oh. There we go. Jeez. So it looks, hold on. At a glance, that is a single barrel. I'm seeing some crazy bonkers prices for some of these. H. Taylor 4 grain, like $3,000. I think I looked this up before. Oh, that's a specific year. Some of these are specific years. Anyway, so it's expensive. How much? Not really sure because the internet. Let's see. Breaking Bourbon is usually pretty reliable as far as some info. Yes, I'm over 21. Shut up. MSRP is 70. Whew, that's 2017 though. That is understandable. Will you see it for that much? Unlikely. It's good to know the regular prices. Understandable at the very least. That's nice. It really is. I like that. It's good. I like. Still, this is the real contender of the evening. I wasn't going to have more than 2, but I might since I made it in less than an hour here. This is Old Carter American Whiskey Batch 5. Should I look up the price? Yes. Okay, I will. Oh, Google, tell me. Old Carter American. Sorry about all the clicking. Whiskey Batch 5. And there are a bunch of videos about it. That's cool. That's not what I was looking for. Spring 2021, huh? Yes, I know everything that just went off suddenly. 13 year? Is it 13 year? One of them's saying it is, but I don't know. I don't really know which. Ooh. 5. There we go. Oh, hi. Okay. Jeez. Pop-ups are so much fun. I believe this is the right proof. I'm going to read what it says here. I don't want to, I've had it already. I've had a sample of this already, so I have my own opinion about it. It's damn good. But this one sounds wrong to me, or at least from what I'm seeing. And this, again, is something I just randomly found on Google, so it might not be true at all. Old Carter Straight American Whiskey Batch 5. 431 bottles produced, 13 barrels, 134.9 proof. Huh! High corn straight American whiskey. Basically bourbon. This is eating bread pudding with caramel sauce in a cedar forest. Graham cracker, Slovenian hazelnut bread, cinnamon buttery, candied orange peel, and a never-ending finish. That sounds pretty good. And that's much fancier than what I would have said, which is the only reason I said it. I will say caramel, oak, sugar. I mean brown sugar. Yeah, that's how I work. No. Please drink responsibly, by the way. And hydration is key. Those are going to be my catchphrases, if that's such a thing. Please drink responsibly, and hydration is key. It really is. If you don't want to have a hangover, drink some damn water. Good. There's one little drop in here that doesn't want to come out. I will have you all. You cannot escape. There we go. Good enough. Only a little bit. A little bit. Look at that. Beauty. Cry. Where's Scotch down under? Suddenly arrived in my brain. Lovely. Oh God. Ooh. The proof is apparent. Suddenly. Oh, that's what happened last time. I let this sit for a minute. I don't want to wait. Yeah, wow. Delicious. Ooh, hold on, I didn't see that. Where is it? Where is it? I'm falling behind. And chat is moving. Oh, there we go. 210.90 finally found a Stag Junior Batch 6 yesterday. 16 yesterday. That sounds good. I don't want to know how much it was, but that's good. Done. 100 proof Blantons is what I'm looking for these days. Some kind of high proof Blantons anyway. Just to try it. I don't really care about like chasing it for the freaking horse. Old Carter, yes. I've been enjoying Old Carter. I've had, what is the other one I always mix up? Old Forester? There's a bunch. There's a lot of old somethings and I get confused very easily by them. Oh, you know what? I remember something. Guess who hasn't eaten since breakfast? You know what I had for breakfast? A bagel with butter. That was 6 hours ago or more. Yay. High proof whiskey. All right. That's the better. Yeah, this one's rich. I get the bread pudding, but for me, it's more brown sugar. Oh, it smells so sweet, too. This one's seriously making me think of Caramello. I want food, apparently. And just so I'm clear, like, subscribe. I hate saying I really do, but when we're so close to 500 subs and I am getting to that, finally getting to that halfway point, 3,000 subs. Oh, I can taste it. It tastes like bourbon. But there's a runner. There's a raffle going on. Sample pack raffle for American citizens since hand delivery. And while there is someone who has put in a lot of raffle tickets, there are still 2 people who could maybe get it. So it's basically 3 people in the running right now. If you want to be one of those people and get a special mystery pack from my whiskey collection, granted, If you're new here, this is all you see. There is a lot behind me. Yeah, this is the bourbon section. This is the rye section. Irish, Scotch. Japanese is in there. Wait, where's Japanese? Where's Japanese? Oh, it's over there. But there's a lot of it. I want to share it with the people, as Rex would say from the whiskey tribal thing. Clearly have the shirt on. Just if you haven't checked that out, you probably should. Ah, this is nice. I can just do this for a long time, unfortunately. How many of you end up doing that kind of accidentally, where you're just doing something and you're doing this at the same time? For much longer than you think. Happens to me far too often. Mostly when I'm making content. If you weren't aware, I will start recording. I will do the whole beginning part fairly quickly, and then I'll start like as soon as I start doing nosing, you'll see me do this. For at least 10 minutes. I've thought about doing a spoof video where it's KillCo whiskey nosing, and all it will be is me doing that for 10 minutes. It's been done. Like Whiskey Tribe / Vault. Whiskey Vault did it as a April Fool's thing. It's hilarious. But I have plenty of footage, and there's also the idea of bloopers. That's in the list of things to do, because while I look like I'm doing everything fairly easily, there are plenty of times when I start and stop and start and stop and start and stop and start and stop. I hate it. I trip over my own tongue. Plenty. Oh yeah. What am I waiting for? Oh, you know what? Drink of water. That's what. I just had a pretzel. All that salt, pretzel-y goodness. Mmm. Ah, this stuff. Yep, that is really delicious. Oh, it's like drinking. It's not like drinking candy. What is this like? What is this reminding me of? It is. It's not maple syrup. Oh man, this is tough. There is something in my head somewhere where I'm sipping on something delicious, and it's got this wonderful texture to it, much like this. Oh, it's caramel macchiato, basically, without the coffee, I think. I'm not getting coffee on this, or espresso in this case. I drink a lot of caramel macchiatos. I also have fondness for, if this gives you any idea about my taste range, I enjoy cold brew with a splash of sweet cream. Oh, yes. Mmm. It's a little dry, a little spicy. A little cinnamon. Brown sugar sweetness. Burning sensation. What? Oh, it stays. It does linger. I'm glad I saw that thing with the bread pudding. That's pretty damn close, but for me, it's more like a caramel macchiato thing. Although, yeah, it's pretty damn close with this, the bread pudding with caramel all over it. Ugh. Lovely. What? No. No. That's too much. I feel no bourbon should be more than $100. Just it. In my head, that's where it is. Like $100 is a lot. It's something you're going to drink. It's to be consumed. Why make it cost so much? We've had this discussion before. At least I've said this before. Personally, I think opinions. What? It is my understanding. There you go. That's even better. That the distillers who make whiskey want it to be drank. They do not want it to be marked up like crazy. They do not want it to be put on a shelf and just kept. They want the consumer to drink it, but there's all this stuff that's in between the people who make it and the people who drink it. And it sucks. But that's how it is, unfortunately. Cool, hello. Welcome. Be sure to hit that like button. because the YouTube overlords demand your phone. I'm sorry. And the algorithm or the YouTube algorithm or there's not two, are there? The algorithm overlords. That's a mouthful. Oh, give me spaghetti. Beer bread now. Oh God. Get it. No, don't do that. I need to do a little more baking. I don't usually bake anything until it gets about this time of year. And also I don't need to gain any more weight, so there's that as well. I actually need to lose about 10 pounds. Not really, but I would like to. I'm far too close to 180 right now. It's kind of going back and forth between 179 and 180, and I don't like it. I need to exercise more. 2020 took its toll, as it did on many people, but also I do not get out and move around enough. Spin classes. I like taking spin classes. There's a place right down the road. But it's expensive. It's $20 for 45 minutes. Like. This is delicious. Oh, I wish I had a whole bottle of this. This is a slow drinker, though. Like you'll note, I'm not taking sips too quickly because it is a very high proof. You know what? When I had, was it last night? Must have been. Believe it or not, I had a sample of Pappy's 15 recently, thanks to the Light Time. And it was the second runner-up. So it was this one and then Pappy's 15. I already know I like Buffalo Trace products. I was not completely surprised that a Pappy's got on the high mark. I was kind of surprised because I've kind of written off Pappy's as, flim flam. But in the lineup I had, it's pretty damn good. It's pretty good. Like I was saying. Where was I? My brain just stopped working. So yes, Pappy's 15 made it, but it wasn't my first. However, when I finished the sample last night, I added a couple drops of water because it was high proof. Oh, it tasted so much better. Oh, like 3 drops of water and wonderful. I'm wondering if that'll happen with this sample. Although I love it, it's delicious. It's hot. It's just I can't drink it at a pace I would like to drink it, at least at the moment, because I want to have another. So let's see. 3 drops of whiskey. 3 drops of whiskey. 3 drops of water. I'll have another drink. It's fine. It begins with W. Leave me alone. 1, 2, 3. Anyone know that reference? I hope so. If not, you're all too young. There we are. Give it a little swirly swirl like ADHD whiskey likes to do. Oh, it smells better too. It's softer. Strange as that always feels to say. This smell has gone soft, which is a texture thing, but it's okay. Oh. Ooh, oh, okay. Still can that little too close. I like to think of that moments where you get that spike or that sharp feeling in your nose. It's kind of like getting too close to a fire. Like, oh, this is nice. Oh, too hot. Same with the whiskey. It's too hot. Oh, so nice. So nice. The neighbors are being noisy. Yeah, it brings out a little more of the spice. Oh, yeah, still can't get too close though. Speaking of spice, wow, that was unexpected. Oh, that's really spicy. It feels like I didn't, but it was cinnamon brown sugar and not clove. Really spicy. Wow. I did not expect that. I was expecting it to get toned down, and it just was like, hey, from those spice notes you like, have them all at once. Oh, gave me like severe tongue tingles instantly. Feels like it's on both sides of my tongue. Oh, that was interesting. I did not like that. It wasn't awful. That was a surprise. I took a big sip too. All right, let's try that again. Try that again now that I'm aware it's going to do that. And again, there's a raffle going on. Those just showing up, like and subscribe and all that. We are so close to 500. I keep saying we because it feels weird to say I, because I realize though I am making the content, the people who subscribe to the channel are the ones who are moving the hand, basically. So the channel is built by the viewers, not by me. I'm the one who makes the hopefully amusing content. And somehow my personality might be interesting to some people. Maybe. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Well, I don't know. I don't know. There's always a negative twist. Edward Fulmer, hello, cheers. Welcome. You're just in time for a drink. And the raffle, mystery raffle for whiskey, free whiskey for a raffle ticket cost. Yes, this is the Borg Collective of whiskey. That's what it is. You are being assimilated by the channel, and the YouTube overlords are the Borg Queen. They could end this channel at any moment. Hopefully they don't do that. Hey, boom! Yay! Now we have a lady in chat. Behave yourselves. No. Resistance is futile. Amy, we just had I'm having a pour of Old Carter American Whiskey Batch 5, donated by the Lakes. It's lovely, except I just added some water to it, and it became very aggressive all of a sudden. We're all part of the Whiskey Collective. There's literally an Ardbeg cult. I mean, it's a thing. I hope this place is a little more inviting than the Borg Collective, though. Oh, you know what it is? It's not the Borg Collective. It's, oh man, I'm going to geek out on Star Trek. I'm sorry. So there's an episode in Voyager where Seven of Nine finds that if she goes to sleep, she ends up in this alternate Borg place where everyone knows who they are and they're all happy, and it's like a nice little environment where your mind goes instead of being a Borg. Kind of like that. That's what I hope this is like. It's a little escape from the monotony of the real world. And we get to hang out in the little Borg alcove. No, that's not right. That's an actual thing. Borg secret spot? I don't remember what the hell they called it. But it was an escape from things, we'll say. You ever had Old Carter? Well, says the guy who's never actually had a bottle of Old Carter, but has had numerous samples. There's got to be someone who's going to send you samples. Ask him. Well, I feel like HBR would have some, but I honestly don't know. I mean, let's be honest. Although I have a decent-sized collection of whiskey thanks to viewers like you, there are plenty of gentlemen out there who have, gentlemen and ladies, I should say. There are other people out there who've got plenty more whiskey than I do, and I feel like HBR would have some Old Carters lying around. I don't know if he does, but certainly, be like, HBR, you know what? I've been a mod for a while. Why don't you give me some whiskey? I think that would work for you. He's like, give it to me. Be like, okay, send it right away. Sunday is a chore day. Mostly laundry. Yes, good. Get away from the madness. See, weekends are not chore time for me. Most times aren't chore time for me, although they should be. I am the kind of person who would love to have my own little bubble. I have often fantasized? That's not right. I have often imagined, there we go, a small little cottage sort of place made of stone, far away from everything, you know, through the woods and over the hills, far enough away that you would have to go out of your way to get there, but close enough that, you know, UPS and FedEx could still get there and, you know, have electricity and power. And actually, it'd probably be self-sustaining in that regard, except for water. Like, I would want to have a direct connection to the local sewer system and water filtration and all that. But for the most part, I'd love to have my own electricity, my own yard. yard-ish. Oh, there's so many little twists and turns to actually having property. I always think about it and go, I don't want to deal with that. But I would like my own. I would like my own seclusion and privacy, is what I'm saying. And this apartment complex, although a very nice place to live and the cheapest overall in Rhode Island, as far as I can tell, not private, really. Mostly private, but not really. Right? That's what I'm talking about. Over hill and dale, far and beyond. But in general, I would like to live somewhere somewhat secluded, but close enough to civilization where I don't have to worry about food or drink, especially. Although, if I could just order whiskey online, I mean, that would be such a problem. What was my point? My point is I'd like that kind of thing, but I don't know where that would be or if I could ever afford that thus far. Hell, I don't know how most people afford houses and places like that. That just boggles my mind. It would probably cost less to do that, technically, than living in this apartment complex, but that's a commitment, man. Being like, hey, I'm going to live at this one spot for the rest of my days. Granted, I have been living here for 10 years unintentionally, so Rhode Island's a small place and the price of the rent is high. I'm actually on a list, believe it or not. How did I get on this tangent? I'm sorry. But I'm on a list. There's like a government public housing list thing where it's really cheap living spaces, apartments typically, low income. I've been on that list for probably almost 2 years now. You can imagine how great the system is that I've been a waiting list for 2 years. Ooh, I got an email about that recently. I have to check that. I will forget, but I should check that. Jeez, wow. It's not ridiculously spicy now, but it's got like chocolate notes too. Like really spicy chocolate. Good grief. Kind of gingerbread-esque. Esque. Nice. Tasty. But it got more intense, like spicy intense. To the point where it's like, oh, this is really good. But I'm not enjoying it as much as I did before. However, it's a little easier to drink, other than being spicy. Before it was the alcohol that was so potent. It was good, but it was potent. So I couldn't drink it as quickly. I still can't drink it as quickly. Ugh. Few years, drones will drop whiskey from the heavens. I mean, one can only hope, and let's hope they have parachutes because I don't want my whiskey landing on the ground from high distances. I still want replicator technology, or at least some way to transport goods and services without this nonsense that we got going on. Like, this is going to sound so silly, but we are at a time where we're still doing stuff by road and air, and that's it. We have not figured out anything better than that yet. Train, road, or air. Those are the three main ways. Oh, truck, but that's road, whatever. That's it. That's all we got. And I feel like there are faster ways. And drones might be that answer. Although there is Amazon, but Amazon scares me in many ways. Mostly because of the people who are forced to work there, and it just. Anyway, let's not go down that rabbit hole. Either way, I feel like there might be better ways to do things as far as transportation and delivery goes, because that is going to be the way things end up, as many of us seem to know. We want our whiskey sent to us. Last year, spoke volumes to the concept of one, working from home, and two, having everything sent to you. I mean, it should be the way things are from now on, but people want to get back to normal. And I'm like, why do you want to go back to the horrible way you were living? You had to drive 30 minutes to work. You spent your whole day there, and then you had to drive 30 minutes home. And then you had to do errands and chores and make dinner, and just like that is the dream. And my brain's like, no, the dream is sleeping as much as I want, eating what I want, doing work at home for what I want to do, and drinking whiskey. Simple kind of life, geez. Having to dress up and go out in public, being around people, disease. Ugh. The Morton mortgage? I missed something. Cliff Smith, topic for a geeky discussion. Could a replicator produce aged whiskey? It could, in theory, but if you watch enough Star Trek like I have, oh, here we go. Aged whiskey in the lab right now, so yes. Practical theory are, of course, widely different. So here in Star Trek, you know what the problem is? In Star Trek, they have synthahol, which is alcohol, but not alcohol. So you can drink it, and it'll taste kind of like alcohol, but it will also not get you drunk. Synthahol, the whiskey you never wanted. This discussion has come up before with whiskey. If you, how do I put this? It's been done before. I can hear it in my head. Hold on. I hear voices. No, I don't. Not yet, anyway. Hold on. I got to process this properly. Hold on. Wait. If whiskey tasted exactly the same, but had no alcohol in it, would you still drink it? Everything about it would taste the same. There'd be no change in its flavor, or in its smell or taste. Flavor. Yeah. Smell or taste would be the same, but there'd be zero alcohol. Would you still drink it? For me, probably not. As much as I'd hate to think that, but part of the enjoyment is the alcoholic experience. Alcoholic experience? The alcohol in the drink. And because in our society, alcohol is a very social thing, sort of. I mean, it really is. There's some of that. I mean, oh, come on, brain, don't do that. All right, the thought that this one went, oh God, the thought that just went through my head is like, of course you want alcohol in your whiskey. If people didn't drink alcohol watching you, it wouldn't be half as funny. Oh, God. Welcome to having a mental illness. You are always going after yourself in the worst ways. Steve A says, I mean, it's all just chemicals. If you get all the right compounds, it's just the right proportions, we can make it for now. If, yeah, if, big ifs. Oh, I bet you did. Good God. Cliff says he would. I don't usually drink enough to feel any significant fancy. Well, I don't typically, but I know I'm drinking some high proof stuff and I haven't eaten since breakfast, so I'm being a little cautious. At least for right now. Yeah, good luck. That's why there's synthahol. Synthahol, the alcohol you didn't want. The lack of alcohol, I should say. It's after, ooh, geez. It's nice and sweet up front with the water, but as soon as I drink it, back to whiskey, by the way. Oh gosh, so spicy on my tongue. Out of that. Oh, that's weird. I love it. I love it. It's weird. I was about to ask, has anyone seen the Cruella movie on Disney Plus? See, I don't know where that thought came from, but there it is. I did watch it recently. I will admit that. But why it was in my brain just now, I don't know. Well, there's got to be a connection there. There isn't. One thing I'd like to go over at some point with one of these streams is, what is your favorite movie that has whiskey in it? I know Whiskey Tribe did this once, where some people recommended certain blips of movies. I found it fun now that I'm into whiskey. I'll be watching a movie of some sort and then like pouring whiskey into a glass. I'm like, what fucking, which one is it? It's happened to me so many times. I'm thinking about Agent Carter. That's what it is. I did see them have a bourbon. Like she got a bourbon from America and brought it overseas to her buds. And he was like, oh, bourbon's so good. I love it. Bourbon's the best or something. You know, Americans in England, of course, they don't want bourbon. But I looked at the title and it's not a real brand of whiskey. But what was very interesting to me personally as a dork is that they copied a fictitious bourbon name from the comics and brought it into the actual into reality when they made the Agent Carter series. Although, unfortunately, that series was cut short. It went for 2 seasons, then stopped. That sucks. Made me think of Firefly. If you ever watch Firefly, you know what you mean. You know what I mean. Watch the whole series, and then it just ends. And then you watch the movie, and your heart breaks. Ugh. There is definitely a chocolate note in here now. Wow. That's nice. Lip smacking man. Sorry. Cinnamon bun-esque, but like intense cinnamon. Woo! Firefly was awesome, Cliff. I know. Take my love, take my land, take me where I cannot stay. I don't care, I'm still free. You can't take the sky from me. See, I remember all of it. Take me out to the black, tell them I ain't coming back. Burn the land, boil the sea. You can't take the sky from me. Ah. That's good. There's a weird note in there. Woo, that's spicy. Hi. Oh, Steve says, wow. Personally, if I get an alcohol-free whiskey, it has all the taste, aromas, burn, all the tongue, etc. A real whiskey does. The only difference being I never get drunk. I have that all the time. Well, I get it, but there's a certain, how do I put this? Yeah, lip smacking. I hate when I do that. This is my new look. I'm just gonna go. Raffle's still going on, by the way. Just be sure to at me. $5 gets one entry. So far, there's probably going to be an obvious winner, but there are only 3 people in the raffle right now. So you could win a mystery pack of Scotch, Irish, bourbons, ryes, or a complete blind, if you would like one of those. Hand delivered to those in the USA. Hand delivery over the ocean is real hard. What was I going to say? Okay, here's my thought about the whiskey. If it weren't alcoholic, would you still drink it? What bugs me is, all right, here's the thing. Oh, God, I need a good example here. Hold on. I don't have a good one. I'm thinking of soda, and that's not really working. So what's something you drink all the time? Like a lot? Coffee. Let's use coffee. That work. Similar to, this probably doesn't work as well, but this is a bad analogy, but I'm doing it on the spot. So let's say coffee. You like coffee? People like coffee. They drink a whole cup of coffee, right? But there's espresso, which is a little tiny thing. That's the comparison I'm making, kind of, except coffee wouldn't have the caffeine anymore. Neither would the espresso. We drink whiskey in small portions, technically, because of the alcohol. It still tastes good, but it's because of the alcohol in it that we drink it in moderation, hopefully. But if whiskey tasted the same and smelled the same and all that, I think a lot of the appreciation would be taken away, and you could put it in a freaking big gulp. You know, that's kind of the thought process that comes with it. Is if whiskey had no alcohol in it, it would be the same as a typical beverage. So it would be the same as soda and coffee. I'm thinking caffeinated products specifically, and milk or apple juice. It would become that kind of thing where it could be just drank in quantity with no actual concern. Although there is concern about drinking too much coffee or too much soda, but you get what I mean? Is that would change the way it was consumed completely. Whereas what we do with it now is we take our time, we appreciate it, we drink in small portions because of the alcohol. But if it were just something that was a taste and a smell, and you could just drink it like anything, I feel that would change the experience or the way in which we drink it. That makes sense. I don't know why I'm going off on this tangent, but in my head, that's what would happen. Get it? You get it? I think you get it. Steve said something. I know better than to think that that's ever impossible. The alcohol compounds themselves are critical to certain aspects of the nosing, tasting, finish, and test. Exactly. That's another thing, of course. But in my head, yeah, that's we're thinking along the same thing there. The alcohol itself changes it in a certain way, but also it would change what whiskey is. Like if whiskey, and people wouldn't make it. That's the other thought process. If there was a product, oh God, what would that be like? Oh, my brain is going off on a tangent now that we're talking about this. I mean, the whole process itself would be different. Like distilling it wouldn't be a thing because there'd be no alcohol. So you wouldn't really be distilling the product. It'd be something else. And that itself takes time. And the alcohol itself is part of what contributes to the process of aging because it's the alcohol and the other components interacting with the wood and the time. This is a very complicated subject in general. But my bottom line is if you took away the alcohol from whiskey, it would turn into something else and it wouldn't be appreciated in the same way or drank as sensibly in the same way. Mike Meyer, cheers. Hello. Welcome. There's a raffle. You could win $5. Sure to like and subscribe. Do it. I need to have another sample. I also need to have some food soon. Which reminds me, I have to double check, as always, what else is going on. Oh, God damn it. All right. I always have the other chat open. I have the Twitch chat open just in case. But for whatever reason, Twitch does not give a flying that I exist. What a shock. Because no one ever talks in there. I think people show up in there, but I have yet to get to the facts. The points where there are 3 people watching regularly. Ooh. That's their thing, to just be noticed by the Twitch overlords. It's just the Amazon overlords, which is even worse. I was looking something up. What was I looking up? I don't remember. Oh, I remember now. Whew, that was a moment. Take my love, take my love. That's stuck in my head now. Cannot stay. Burn the land, boys. You can't take this path. All right. It looks like it's Bourbon Night is going live at 8 as usual, but Sarah's not going to be there, so don't bother. I'm kidding. It's going to be double Chads, Chad and Chad, Chad X Crispy. I don't quite understand all that. Anyway, that's what's happening at 8. I don't know if Whiskey Nose is going live. I don't see anything. He's doing a lot of crazy stuff. Hold on. Really? That song's really stuck in my head now. Damn it. Burn the land, boys. Oh, Cedar Ridge. Steve A. Is that good? Because I've done videos. I've done a video about numerous Cedar Ridge products. That's Iowa, Illinois, Montana. Hold on. Blech. Where the hell are these guys from? Distilled and bottled by Cedar Ridge, Iowa. That was close. Did I say Iowa? Probably. Anyway, these samples are all I've had. I have a variety of them. My brother gave them to me about 2 years ago, 3 years ago. They're not great, but I have noticed that this is not the same as what they've been making recently. So this is like the early stuff that they were making, and it's not the best. So I'm curious to revisit it because I know one of the problems that I didn't like about it is the proof was all real low on all of these. Like most of these are 40%. We got 40% wheated, 40%. There's single malt is 40%. What the hell? And wait. Single malt. Wait a minute. Which one is this? There's one that's a single barrel. I guess it's single malt. No. But also single malt, 40%. The silver one must be the single barrel, I think. Yeah, there's a barrel number on this one. But they're all 40%, and they're not great. And I feel real bad about that because I've had these a while and I haven't touched them since I did that. I think I even hid some of them. Where are they? Hold on. Yeah, I did. They're bourbon whiskey, 40%. And the only one that isn't is their malted rye. That's 43%. And this was like a sample pack my brother gave me. Not great. Not gonna lie. But I know they've changed recently over the past 3 or 4 years and all like that. Stay. No. Stay. I didn't like them initially, but I'm hoping that if I get my hands on some sample stuff from them eventually, it might be good. Steve A says, ooh. I've liked most of what I got from them. Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Yeah, it's Iowa. Oh, Kevin C, hello. I saw that and I didn't respond. You're welcome. Be sure to like and subscribe. And also there's a raffle going on for a sample pack, mystery sample pack. Possibly a blind flight. If you want in on that. 3 people have entered. I won't say how many one person has entered with, but only 3 people have entered. So you have a chance. Business says, pouring the remains of a sample I took to a friend's place a month ago. Highland Park Cask Strength Release 1. Oh my goodness. Damn. Sir, that sounds like glorious stuff. Hang on, it's Bourbon Heritage Month. What are you doing? That's a joke. Whatever the hell you want. All right. I have other options here. I got to figure out which one is. Oh, nope. I picked that one up and looked at the side of it, and I remember what I wrote on it. OBT Light. Obtanium light whiskey, which I'm finding light whiskey is ridiculously high proof for some odd reason. So I'm not going to do that. Which one of these have I touched? Well, opened, I should say. Clang, clang, sorry. You know what? I don't want to do this, but I'm gonna finish the evening, apparently, with something I know I'm not particularly going to like. It's part of the reason I didn't drink it all, other than I usually don't drink the entire sample during a stream. This is Barrel Infinity Project. 212.19. 119.3 proof. So it's up there. But it's weird. It's the barrel people, B-A-R-R-E-L-L. Or B-A-R-R-E-L. Barrel. Not barrel, barrel. And it's an infinity project that is. So it's like a variety of stuff. I'll go into it for your own sake and for mine because I forget. But it's not great. It's not great. Oh, and I remember, remind myself that I'm going to do the giveaway finale in about 18 minutes, 17 minutes. 17 minutes. So 10 minutes of before the stream ends, I will do the waffle and see who will be getting another schwample pack of mystery stuff. Either Scotch, Irish, bourbon, rye, or a sample, or a blind flight, which is also an option, where I can just pour whatever, and I will. I will pour whatever I want to send you. You also have the option of throwing in and saying 1 yuck or something like that. So like sell me one of your worst whiskeys. That's an option. I don't know why you do that. But some people have. Zenboot, I'm looking at you. He's asked me to send him some stuff for the last raffle he won. And they're not great. Like some of them are not good. Oh, but I give the people what they want. And I'm not going to ask too many questions. What was I looking up? Infinity Barrel. My memory works occasionally, just has to have a jump start. Infinity Barrel Project 2019. Blech. I don't like it. I'm not gonna like this at all. Sorry, I'm back. Where'd it go? So this is what they say. The tradition of keeping an infinity bottle is well known to whiskey collectors and aficionados around the world. There's a fun word. Take the last ounce of each whiskey bottle as you finish it and pour them into a bottle you set aside. We are honoring the infinity bottle tradition in our own way by introducing the infinity barrel product. I gotta say, I don't particularly like their infinity barrel product. It is not great. And I believe this one's a mix of like everything. Hold on, I gotta find the actual. Excuse me. I have the buy now option, which is not true since it was last year. I gotta find it. Oh god, they sell online apparently. Probably not to where I live, but it's an option, which is nice. And the prices, holy shmikes. $250, $85. What? $80. I've seen barrel stuff on the shelf, but I've never bought one because the price of this stuff is ridiculous. Okay, that didn't tell me anything. I'm trying to find the percentages. I know I saw it, but I don't know. There's a lot of tiny print. Damn it. I'm fairly certain they mixed scotch and bourbon together and that kind of weirdness. Didn't like it, which is not surprising. I've thought about doing that myself, but it doesn't feel like something that would turn out great. All right. I don't know what year this one is. It's 2018. Shoot. Which one's this? 2019? 2020? Oh, it's 19. Okay. Where did that come from? Sorry. I'm back. Scotch whiskey, single grain scotch, single malt scotch, Scotch whiskey, Tennessee whiskey, bourbon Tennessee whiskey, Tennessee rye, Indiana whiskey, Indiana rye, Polish malted rye, Polish rye. So they mix, like, I don't know if that's what's in this, but I know they mix anything into this barrel infinity project, and I am not particularly fond of it. I will try to explain to you why. Doing it that way doesn't help. Smelling it out of the bottle, not great. All right, first of all, the color of this is going to tell you a bit about why it's not quite the usual. And I'm picking this last because I don't like it. Like, I started off with one I did like, sort of, and the middle one was like, and then this one is just like, oh, why? This is why I need to finish it. Look at this. Does that not look like an Irish or a Scotch to you? It does to me. But it could be anything. Getting it real close. Look, it's the whole. I'm turning into a monster. Sorry. There's not much of it, but I'm not going to look forward to any of this. It's not a bad smell. I think it was the taste I didn't like. Hell, I might like it now. Who knows? I've had 2 different bourbons, and they were high proof, so who knows? Oof. Oh, it's sharp. Hello. Oh. Right? Zenboot, it looks like Scotch. It looks like a Scotch or an Irish because it's probably got some of that in there, among other things. And again, $5 raffle. I'm going the wrong way. 4 mystery samples. Possible mystery sample. Sample pack. How's that? I'll say a sample pack of my massive collection, which only takes up a small portion of this room. Unlike some people who have entire libraries of whiskey. So I don't want that, by the way, just so we're clear. I may be a whiskey 2 person. I do not want so much whiskey that I can't put it behind me at least. Like this was it for a while. This was it for a long time. It was just this shelf. And then after the generosity of the tribe and the whiskey tube community, holy shit. There's another entire shelf behind me. Didn't plan on that, but I'm glad I had the shelf to do so. I am just stalling, by the way. It smells like a scotch. Almost like a sherry scotch. Yeah, it's a little sharp though. I guess that's the proof. I forgot what it was already. It's over 112, isn't it? Yes, it's 119. So it's hot. That's what we're saying. It's the proof that shows up, but in general, it's kind of sweet, kind of fruity. It's reminding me of sherry cask finish stuff, which is weird. Usually I don't like that. There's no funk. There's no weird malt funk or scotch funk thing, so that's good. Behold my stuff. Exactly. I've said it before, but whiskey tube slash the general people who are of my age who have whiskey, who do this whiskey tube thing. It's like adult show and tell, and you just want to share it with your friends. Like, look what I got! Isn't this amazing? It's so good. Here, have some. That's the general way it is. It's like sharing the cookies you brought into class, almost. Except they are alcoholic cookies, and they taste amazing. Speaking of cookies, Cheech, if you're here, where are my damn cookies? I haven't forgotten. I haven't forgotten. I know you guys are moving soon, so I'm joking, clearly, but you're planning to move. Something like that, I forget. Wow. The sharpness in here. It's because of the alcohol, I'm sure, but nah. As far as the nose, though, it's pretty chill, but I remember I didn't like the taste. Hold on. We have some water. I'm stalling. I know. I know I didn't hate this, but I know there was something about the taste of it I did not like. So here we go. Slaunchy, y'all, as they say. Or just, cheers. Okay, it's not bad, but it's definitely weird. It reminded me of peppermint for a second. It must be the rye. There's got to be a rye in here. Well, on the plus side, it didn't taste as bad as I thought. Maybe with a little air in the bottle, it helped. Because it is a high proof. That might have been part of it. So that was just a really high proof stuff. This is typical of scotches or bourbons, or not bourbons. Scotches are Irish, at least these days for me. I am not reaching for these. If you haven't noticed, I'm not going for Irish all the time. I'm not going for Scotch all the time. I am defaulting to bourbon. The reason initially was simply because bourbon is more available and at a cheaper cost. But I feel like I should mix it up. But I also don't drink with the intent of drinking much. I'll probably mix things up later, like next month. Although next month's going to be very busy. Wait. Yeah, October is going to be a busy month. There will be a point in time when I'm not doing a stream on a weekend. I may do something like that. Again, follow me on Instagram, become a patron. That really helps a lot. Like and subscribe. But I won't be doing a video or I won't be doing streams for a portion of October. We're talking Friday, Sunday, just nothing. But I may do a little thing on Instagram because you can do that with your cell phone. And I can't take this computer with me. And I don't have a laptop yet that I can do that with. There will be more travel in my future if things progress in a positive way. I have a car. I don't have a laptop, so that would be kind of the fun. The car, again, is Sketch 2007 Chevy Malibu. Yeah. Just put $1,500 of repairs into it. So hopefully it'll get me places still. So far, so good. But I'm considering doing a trip in November to visit Kentucky. Emphasis on considering. And I may make it a thing, like if some of you wanted to meet up in Kentucky as well. If you're nearby, like don't go fly there or anything, you maniacs. But it's a thought. I've never actually done a real serious road trip in my life by myself. At 41 years old, I feel like I should have done that already. Didn't. The only road trip I can remember doing was I went to Vermont for a weekend. And I didn't do anything. Bourbon Baller, hello, sir. Welcome. What is up? There's a raffle, there's a Patreon, there's a like, and a subscribe button. Do it. Although I have a feeling you've done most of those things already. Thank you for coming here. Bourbon night starts in about 15 minutes. The raffle ends in about 5, 6, 5, 5, 6, 6, 5. Oh, sorry. We're good. I got very confused for a moment. Happens a lot. Where did this song come from? I need to... Hold on. Okay. I saw a name. I'm like, did I put that name in? I don't remember. I did. I just didn't put in the last name because that's not what it's listed as in chat. So, ugh. Okay. And again, there are only 3 people in this raffle. Granted, one of them's a maniac. I know you are. A good maniac, though. There's a Ryan here. And it's dominating. Like everything else fizzles away. It seems like an Irish at first, like kind of buttery and smooth and delish, and then just spice and a bit of peppermint. Yeah. So whatever happened with this infinity barrel, they put rye in it, and that is the dominant bit of it. And it's not bad, but also I don't grab for ryes all the time. I did do a rye pick of some sort. Did I do rye recently? When did I do that? Friday? I honestly don't remember. Back in my life. Whew. Burning chair for 28.43. Do it. Well, if you want to give it to me as a gift, I mean, no, I'm kidding. Put it behind the bar. It sounds funny though. Burning chair? Like a burning chair is in a whiskey, or a burning chair is a chair that's been burnt? I don't know what we're talking about. I'm assuming whiskey, which might be a mistake. But it sounds interesting. Ugh. Delicious. Okay, this isn't as bad as I thought it was. I don't know why I thought it was so bad initially. This infinity barrel. It's probably just because the whole concept is a bit, you know, not intimidating, but how do I put this? Infinity barrels are a gamble, I feel, especially when you put whatever into them. There's no peated scotch in here, and I'm fairly certain if they did put a peated scotch in here, it would have just obliterated everything else. Like I believe it has with the rye. They put a rye in here, and I can tell. There's one thing I can figure out, at least, is rye. If you watch the video on Friday, Sunday, when did I do that? Anyway, when the likes, no, Friday. I did an MGP blind recently. Was it Friday? God. Anyway, point is, there was a rye in the MGP lineup, and I could tell. So I have a pretty good nose to tell what a rye is, but then again, rye is a very distinct thing, or at least high specific rye, like serious rye stuff is noticeable. But if you give me a high rye whiskey, I wouldn't really be able to tell. Bourbon cab finish made by winemaker. Oh, that does sound interesting. Give it to me. No, don't do that. Zenboot has a rye infinity, an Irish infinity, a peated infinity. But broader categories could be a shit show. Yes. Yes. I've thought about doing infinity bottles, but that requires keeping track and focusing and being good at staying on top of that, and I'm just not that guy. I would put 2 or 3 things in there and then forget what they are real quick. Oh, hello. Ooh, got a Twitch person. But Badar? I have not. I do have the Ugadale. It's over here. So I've had Ardbeg. I don't remember if I had Ardbeg 10. I feel like I have at one point. But I haven't had the 5, one because it's not around my area, although I have seen it a few times. But the cost of it, and I've heard mixed feelings about it. I know it's very aggressive, I think. Did you enjoy it? I hope you did. If you like peated stuff anyway, if that's the first peated thing you've ever had, that could be an experience. That could be like seeing God, and he's the devil. Beastie. Yeah. I don't know if I've had that. Probably haven't. I don't drink a lot of peated stuff. I have a lot of peated stuff. Like if you see this top shelf over here, from the back. That's all the scotches I have, and most of them are peated. Although I do have 4 down here that Cliff gave me, you magnificent bastard. And it's fucking 10 of. Raffle is closed. There were 3 entries. So tune in next week for the next raffle I do. I have a feeling I know who will win this. Because there were 3 people and there are 19 entries. So that'll tell you something. No. I hope that improves somehow. That's happened to a couple of Whiskey Tube folk, and that sucks. I have not gotten anything like that yet. I've been vaccinated and everything, so hopefully it will. But yeah, that's part of the reason I'm nervous when I go to Texas. I need my sense of smell and taste. It's not the best, but it's all I have. All right, here we go. Raffle is closed. So I need to stop having that scroll at the bottom. So there we go. Donations are still accepted for the next 10 minutes and, forever. Give me your money. I mean, donate to the channel. It helps me feed myself and do things. Pay rent or pay bills, actually. Rent is covered with SSDI, but in general, I appreciate all donations to the channel / to me, as this is the only source of income I have. Woo! Anyway, back to the randomizing. So, as you may be aware, if you have watched this channel for a while, I use random.org. It's fairly simple to use. How do I do this? Share the screen. I've done this like 5 million times. Why? Here we go. I get to turn into tiny me, mini me. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Now it's hard for me to see this since my thing is not full screen at the moment. But as you can tell here, this is the list of people. Zenbood was a maniac with the amount he donated. He's a wonderful human being. But we got Steve A, Mike Franklin, and Zenbood. 3 people. But no Zenbood. So make sure that's not confused. I'm going to randomize this 7 times. Why 7 times, you may ask? Because I like the number 7. I was born on July 7th. There you go. That's why. No other real reason. Here we go. Watch it happen in real time. I'll go to the top so you can actually see the change. And then my phone will be the one to pick. Here we go. Cross your fingers. 4-leaf clovers, whatever, if you want the luck of the whatever, something. Pray to whatever gods you believe in. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A 7. 7 randomized. You saw it happen. It's been recorded live. And we have 1 through 19. Hey Google, see if this works. Pick a number between 1 and 19. Pick a number between 1 and 19. No. Yes. No.
12.
Holy shit. Steve A, if you're here, you won. Right here. Boop. I hope you can see that. Steve A is the winner. Try next time, then. I was kind of nervous about that. I would have to give you a lot of whiskey next time I see you. Right? The odds on your favor, sir. That's amazing, isn't it? You had some pretty stiff competition there, but you did win. You all saw it. I'm glad my phone app thing worked because sometimes it gets real weird. Come again next week. I'm gonna try to do this raffle thing on a weekly basis. I haven't figured which day works best. I feel with the traffic that was going through tonight, Sunday might be good. Steve A, you're a longtime viewer. I hope there's something you want to try. Get in touch either with me on email, killco77@hotmail.com, or by Instagram. That's an option. It's pretty quick. And we can talk about your winnings. I'm going to make a note for myself because I will forget. I'm real good at that. But lucky you, man. You beat the odds right there. Sorry, get quiet because I can only type and not think at the same time. I was wondering what was going to happen with that. That was some good. Those bad, Well, it happened. You saw it. That's why I do it 7 times, just in case. Whatever. All right, I'm just putting on winter, and I'm going to put the date so I don't forget. I can't believe it's September. Good God. Can you believe it's September? I can't. It still feels like August. Oh, it's cooling out a bit. Right? That's why everyone should be here and be a winner eventually, somehow. Woo. Donations are still accepted. There's a pinned comments below. Join the Patreon if you want. Big help. Basically a boost every month so I can pay off my horrible credit card debt, among other things. There we go. I hope you all enjoyed that. I like doing that. It's still kind of tricky to keep track of, simply because of the way it is. But it worked. So I'm not going to complain. Well, this Infinity stuff's still weird. But it's tasting like a rye, so at least that's the thing that's good. A spicy rye. Nothing too crazy. If there's anything else in here, and I know there is, I can't really tell. Well, it tastes like a subtle rye. It's very, very spicy. So it's not a quick sipper, much like everything else tonight. Ooh, yeah. Thank you, Tim. Thank you for your contribution to that. It's all for a good cause. I don't know about that, but yes, thank you for everyone who donated. My cause is paying the bills. So it really does help. It really does. I can't say that enough. It really does. Whiskey Nose, I can't. He's gaining on me too. God damn it. I've had to watch so many channels pass me by. Cheech. It's all right. Well, then again, Whiskey Mountain's also blew past me. But that's all right. Again, I have to make the content to get the clicks, and I know that. I hate it, but we'll think about it. I've been thinking about it for a while. I've thought of many things. Unfortunately, the time I start thinking about what more I want to do for content on this channel, it's about 3 a.m. when I'm in bed trying to sleep. What happened last night anyway? It's great. I don't remember if I wrote any of it down on my phone or took notes. That happens a lot because mental health is a thing. Woo, and mine is not the best. Never has been. Thank you all for being here. I hope you enjoyed the raffle and the chit chat and the whiskey. I'm happy enough to get rid of some of these samples, certainly, and some of them were amazing. And good point for this, trying the infinity barrel thing. Pleasantly surprised. I thought I didn't like it, but having it sit in the sample glass here, half empty for a bit, turned it into a rye, apparently, even though there's a lot of weird stuff in it. Everything else got drowned out. That's not too bad. It's not my favorite. It is like drinking a rye, and ryes can be kind of, I don't want to say intense, but much like scotch. I think I've said this before. Like a peated scotch, it's a bit aggressive, or at least, what's the word I want to use here? Intense is not the word I want to use. It's a bit much. It's a bit overwhelming. It kind of, does that every time you sip it, which isn't a bad thing. It's just I prefer to have a casual sipping and enjoying experience. And I have a sweet tooth. So ryes don't always cut it. Peated scotches don't always cut it. Some Speyside and Highlands, though, oh gosh, yes. Fruity, delicious, sweet. That's where I like to be. So although I do enjoy the other stuff from time to time, it is not my go-to. We have less than 60 seconds. It's Bourbon Night is going live next. Other channels may be going live. I don't know. I checked some of them who may do that, but I don't see anything. So I'll just say head over to It's Bourbon Night next. It'll be going live. It's going to be Chad without Sarah, so I don't know. But I will tune in for a minute. I'm going to actually get some food, though. I do have dinner left over from yesterday, so that's cool. Burgers. No, it's not burgers. What is it? Ooh, it's chicken with ginger. So I'm going to finish my whiskey first because ginger does weird things. I love the spice as well. Till next time. Live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. Be sure to tune in Wednesday. I'm going to have a video. Don't know what it is yet. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Tell your friends. Threaten them if you have to. And I will see you out there. Oh God, where's the button?